They used that same method on us during slavery period. And now Africans everywhere love the lie that was made up and given to us. Y'all don't have to like what I said. I don't give a doggone. That's the truth. Now, you don't have to take my word for what I'm saying, people. What I just shared with you, you can find the evidence for yourself in a book entitled The Missionaries, God Against the Indians. The author's name is Norman Lewis. It was published by McGraw-Hill in 1988. What I just read is on page 208 of that book. I'm making this mess up. I don't research all week to come give y'all stuff I'm making up. I don't believe that's it. I just told you. Go do your own research. Like the lady who called this morning. God bless her heart. I appreciate Mother. God bless her. She's calling, telling me her programming on the radio. I don't know how many of y'all heard it. I put her on hold out of respect. I didn't want to cut her off. I said, Mother, go read this verse. I'm coming back to you. When I got back to her, she picked right up where she left off. Never stop to go read this other verse that would have canceled out what you're saying. People, look at the person next to you and say, open your eyes. In Tahiti, some white missionaries discovered that they could win souls to Christ by way of influencing the local leaders with weapons and alcohol. The missionaries would introduce a local chief to the glories of wine and alcohol. And after he got stupid drunk, they would have him declare war on neighboring tribes. Tell him something, make him mad, and declare war while he's drunk. And then what would happen, people, is once this had been accomplished, the missionaries would have greater control over the chief. Then they would offer the chief military assistance. Christian missionaries, white Christian missionaries, offer military assistance. What's wrong with that story? Missionaries offering military assistance? I thought you came in here to get us saved. The missionaries would give the tribe's army firearms on the condition that the chief would force those whom he defeated to confess Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. It's in the same book, people. Go get the book, you don't believe me. And as Norman Lewis puts it in his book, The Missionaries, God Against the Indians, the whole nation was converted in a day. In the first 2 decades of the 15th century, the Dominican priest, Vicente Ferrer, traveled throughout Castile and Aragon, storming synagogues and demanding the Jews accept Christianity and profess Jesus as their Savior. Ferrer ordered Christians to attack Jews who were unwilling to convert to Christianity. Ferrer's mission resulted in more than 20,500 Jews being baptized and confessing Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, because they had a choice to do that or be put to death. Let me tell y'all the truth. Now be honest with me, okay? No, I don't want to put y'all on the spot like that. No, see, because some of y'all just finished singing, I believe I'll die in the army of the Lord. I don't want to put you on the spot. But the question I was going to ask is, if somebody walked up to you and put a 45 Magnum to your head and said, do you believe in Jesus Christ? If you say no, I'm going to blow your head off. Some of y'all probably say, I believe in anything you want me to believe in. I believe in anything you want me to believe in. Any name you call. Well, people, that's what these people did. All over the world, they gave people the ultimatum to confess Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior or die. There's another book, write it down. It's called On the Just Causes of War. Isn't it deep? On the Just Causes of War, written by a man named Sepulveda, I'm saying it wrong, Sepulveda. Gines, G-I-N-E-S. His last name is Sepulveda. Sepulveda. Guess what, y'all? He was a renowned Catholic scholar. And Sepulveda argued in his book On the Just Causes of War that it was perfectly all right for Christians to subjugate non-Christians. Particularly, and I quote, savages, barbarians, and idol worshippers. End of quote. In fact, Sepulveda's writings promoted the idea that it was a Christian's duty to establish his dominance over such people who don't believe in Jesus Christ. Sepulveda pointed to verses in the Torah as well as the book of Joshua and cited what had happened to idolaters when the Israelites under the command of Moses or Joshua encountered them. Man, this stuff is deep. His argument was meant to prove that God sanctions, check this out, people. His argument was that God sanctions the slaughter of those who worship other gods. Y'all understand how this program is working? He went on to further cite Proverbs 24, verse 11 and 12, which says to rescue those people who are being led astray. And that's how they came into Africa. Or at least that's the excuse they used when they came into Africa. Their argument was, we must go rescue these wayward Africans. We must go rescue them because they are on their way to hell. Doggone it, here you talking about a people who've been in existence for well over 75,000 years in the zenith of mathematics. In the zenith. Don't you realize it was Africans that gave God consciousness to the world? Now all of a sudden the white man saying we need to go rescue these. Buddy. Based on this argument, Sepulveda argued that subjugating natives was a way of protecting them from one another. Let me bring it to us now. I'm doing all right on the time. The Christianizing and conquest of African slaves. Oh yeah. I just told y'all about a book entitled On the Just Causes of War, didn't I? Did y'all not know that one of the phrases, one of the verses in the Star-Spangled Banner, the national anthem of this country, one of the phrases says, then conquer we must, for our cause it is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. And the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.